taking action for you. This morning on TV 20 Detroit starts
PulseBeat.
Barbecue doing Techno Fest, which is one of the largest fests, no, it is the largest fest of techno music in the world. And you know, what makes it exciting is that we're here, PULSEBEAT with Greg Dunmore, covering all of the exciting parties that go around the techno experience. Moody Man's Backyard Barbecue is something that is, well, something only Moody Man Magic can produce. So stay tuned as we continue this techno PulseBeat magical movement moments.
What's happening in entertainment? From Tinseltown to the Big Apple, this is your weekly entertainment magazine with Greg Dunmore of PulseBeat.tv.
Pulse of a new generation. PulseBeat.tv.
You're here to visit Mike Clark, right?
Yes,
he's a friend. Oh yeah, Mike is a good friend.
I met Mike in 1999 at an East Lansing warehouse party that my little sister was throwing.
Now, you're from another M state, Maine, but you know, Detroiters, we don't know a lot about Maine.
Well, it reminds me of like what you would consider like the UP in Michigan. Right. Yeah. So it's more rural, but people are very similar.
So let us know the attraction to movement from Maine to Michigan to movement, the 3M.
Okay, well, like I said, I surprised my little sister at an East Lansing warehouse party in 1999. I met Norm Talley and Mike Clark. And we were friends forever after that. And we used to meet up down at Winter Music Conference in Miami. And he's introduced me to all of his friends and family in the industry that, you know, go back to when they were children, especially in Detroit. You know, I saw Delano Smith last night, saw Norm the other night. And I have a landscaping company, so it's hard to travel in the spring. So I've been coming to Movement to visit Mike and staying for like a week so I can see everybody on each end. Since 2016. Yeah.
When we say movement, it's about the music, techno, but it's also because you're a dancer. So let us know how connecting the dots as a dancer, why movement is such a phenomenal experience as a dancer.
As a dancer, you won't get better music anywhere at any festival around the world except here in Detroit. Whether you go to the festival itself or not, the after parties, the day parties, the free parties are insanely amazing with the best talent in the world, especially the Detroit artists. They're my favorite. And as a dancer, I come here and I'm like a kid in a candy store, and I can't stop dancing.
Now, first of all, for those who are watching this from all over the world,
yes, sir.
And you are international, Bryce, but let us know distinctively in this point of our history why this movement moment means more than ever during these perilous times of political conflict.
So this moment is very special and particularly powerful because what it represents is this is the power of our indigenous culture, our cultural production. This is what it looks like for our legacy to be in the forefront and for us to be rooted in it as we vision a future that looks like us and is built on our own work, economically, culturally, as well as socio-politically. So this is a very, very important event and a very important moment because this is us putting our identity forward, putting our narratives forward, and making it very clear how rooted we are in our future.
Now, humankind goes back to the continent of Africa, but when we talk about music, we go back to the city of Detroit, and distinctively, Detroit has become this like destination city, but you were there prior to the cameras of the world. So let us know distinctively what Black Detroit has meant to the legacy of techno music and music in general?
Well, how about this? Black Detroit's cultural production is the reason why there is a global techno movement, period. It was Mike Banks, it was Underground Resistance, it was the Belleville 3, it was these records that made it to Germany. And then it was Germany, shout out Dimitri from Trezor, but it was Berlin who came to Detroit and said, we would like your music to help power our economic and cultural revolution. So that became our cultural production. Our music became the soundtrack of revolution across the world, starting in Berlin. So for me and for us, this is what it looks like to be owning the fact that we are these cultural architects, owning the fact that our music is the music of revolution and it is the music of economic and cultural renaissance.
Now, you've got hood clothes to gentrifiers.
Yes.
And I know that you are cross-cultural and you know the beauty of humankind because this is a potpourri of the world.
Absolutely.
But let us know distinctively what it means, hood clothes to gentrifiers.
Yep. So what this message speaks to is this. It's 2 points. First point is this. The hood is closed to conventional, top-down ways of development that produce culturally racial and cultural economic displacement. The other point is this. The hood is closed to that top-down because we've created our own ways of resourcing ourselves. We've created our own methods that are rooted in our cultural legacy for bringing new economic opportunity and resources to the neighborhood. And we are developing spaces and people based on our own ancestry and our own cultural legacy. That's why the hood is closed to the old ways, because we've opened up the new channels for the new ways.
And so my last question, movement is about techno music and it's about people coming together, but because this is a spiritual moment, Bryce, what for you would be the name of the movement that you know you're passing on from this moment of time to the world? What is the movement and the moment?
The movement and the moment is us advancing using our own language, honoring our own cultural legacy of production. The only reason there's a movement is because first, 40 years ago, we were celebrating our music in basements. That got bigger to the rave parties. Then that grew into the Techno Fest. The Techno Fest advanced to the Detroit Electronic Music Festival. It was because of the legacy of us celebrating ourselves and scaling how we celebrated ourselves that made a corporate entity called Paxahau creating a festival called Movement even possible. So what this moment symbolizes is what the future looks like. It is us putting on for our people and creating new economic opportunities based on our own cultural production.
Movement is global, and you're here from our closest international neighbor, Canada, and you're sitting next to the global superstar, Sheila Horne-Brody, who is an original Mary Jane girl as well as P-Funk All-Star Brides of Funkenstein. So I like the global energy that we have right now. So let us know, globally speaking, what makes Detroit a city that you know deserves the reputation of the global music mecca?
Well, Detroit's put techno on the map, and it's brought it worldwide, and it's brought it down to Canada. So a lot of people come up to enjoy this festival because they have a great time.
Although this is a love fest, but women in 2026 as a DJ and as a noted singer-songwriter, are times still challenging for women DJs and women singer-songwriters in this billion-dollar business called music?
Yes, the male DJ should be opening the doors for the female DJs and letting us in and welcome us to the ones and twos and let us do our thing, because the industry is very hard to get in and all the doors are closed. So we gotta keep turning the doors until we open it and unlock the right door. So we go in and supporting us, giving us the opportunity and chance to rock out.
John, you have been an icon in this community and all over the world. What makes movement in 2026 still something that has no competition?
Well, because first of all, techno was created in Detroit, so that's a huge draw. And the music coming out of the Motor City has been international for many years. And people from around the world are just attracted to Detroit. And the festival, of course, is one of the most popular in the world.
And I'm curious to know, this is classical music in its own right, but what is, well, I'm saying classical because, it's been around long enough to where this is classic techno. But But in terms of innovation, and you've always been about innovation, what is yet to come in this age of AI?
Well, I think AI, that's a bit controversial as a producer making music. I don't like it. And we kind of stay away from it because it's not being created by humans. And I don't think that AI can replace humans when they're producing music coming from your soul, the environment, or whatever the influences are. So it's not an issue for me right now. But I think there should be some restraints, regulation on AI.
And the last thing, though, during this time of conflict and global controversy, do you feel that techno should make a political stance, or is it making one?
Well, if you research Underground Resistance, which is an African-American, Black-owned international techno label, our music is political. We drop knowledge about everything from politics to people, integration, discrimination. We try to educate people, so we're doing that also through our music. So that is actually happening, somewhat.
John, you're also part of the category of people that I cannot tell you the best is yet to come because you're already the best, so may the best continue.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic, thank you.
PulseBeat.
There's a new way to travel, and it's one of the oldest forms of transportation. Travel by train. Yes, consider traveling around the United States on Amtrak. Traveling by train is a lot less of a headache than taking a plane, and you'd be surprised how many places you can go on an Amtrak. And there's no passports or IDs needed. Find out how to get where you're going as soon as tomorrow by train. Call the Amtrak Travel Hotline right now. We'll book your trip and email your tickets within minutes. Skip the drive to the airport and skip the lines. Call right now to book your Amtrak reservations. We service most of the United States. Do something new. Travel by Amtrak today. Find out how to get where you're going as soon as tomorrow by train. Call the Amtrak Travel Hotline right now.
Call 855-827-5004. That's 855-827-5004. Again, 855-827-5004.
Hi, I'm John Collins, and you're watching PulseBeat with Greg Dunmore.
Let me take it. And this man is an icon. He is known all over the world. So the fact that he uttered my name,
from Detroit.
I found out.
From Detroit.
Thank you.
And my frat brother.
Right. A5A, yay!
A5.
PulseBeat.
I just want to say happy anniversary. It's been a great 10 years. Here's to many more. House music, I love you. I have all this love for you.
Let us know why techno music is so beloved that you would come all the way from Brazil to Detroit.
Okay. Well, first of all, I think Detroit is a unique city. It's very different. People are lovely, I love the vibe of the city. And it's a techno city. Techno was born here. And I am a fan of techno and house music. And I just wanted to come and see, what's happening.
Actually, we like the energy of the city. And techno music is something that is born into Detroit, And it came from a very long tradition of musicians and performers from Detroit, you know, from punk, from funk, from everything. And techno just blew it up and went to the world, you know. So this is Techno City, all right, because this is the capital of music, dance music.
I got my artistic chops in Detroit, so I got introduced to house music in 1997, and I got a chance to know, you know, Derek and Juan and Kevin and all the folks, and so listening to techno and listening to house, it kind of just fed my love for the music. So from there, I started doing spoken word and poetry over house music, and my first record came out in like 2001. So from listening to the music and being introduced to it in 97 and then continuing on from there, it's just been a natural progression for me.
Now, for the audience that needs to know the distinction and the nuance between rap, spoken word, and poetry, what might be the nuanced differences between those three very well-known creative expressions?
If I had to put it in, I don't want to say layman's terms, rap tends to be more a specific rhythm or cadence. The beat structure tends to be a little bit different. Spoken word can be any number of cadences, different types or styles, and then poetry, as you know, can be across the board, different formats, sonnets, haiku, prose, all of it. So I think they're just, poetry I think would be the expansive, rap would be a very specific type of spoken word, very much rhythmic, and then spoken word kind of has different kinds of cadences to it.
Through it all, been you and me, always there to keep me sane. When I needed to run, escape, we met on the dance floor, and you gave me wings to fly.
And when we talk about techno music, and we talk about dance, and of course art, so I'm going to say the name of Charles McGee, but you would call Charles McGee not only a great artist, but you would also call him
my dad.
Exactly.
Yes, definitely my dad, who I'm very proud of. I'm proud of the legacy that he left behind. The rhythm in the art. I look at all the elements that work cohesively together. And so when we come together as a people, we enjoy the music, we celebrate each other, what we create and things like that. I think it speaks to my father and who he was. All the elements within the artwork coinciding and moving rhythmically together to create a piece. You know, we become more unified in celebrating who we are, you know, the music we listen to, and what Detroit really means to us.
If you think you can dance and get through to it, then do it. Do it.
Sheila, that was awesome, and you rocked the house. Let us know what was going through your head as you were just mesmerizing that audience.
Well, I was shocked because I didn't know I was going to have to sing Never by Texas My Cowboy, and that bad boy is 15 minutes long. But it was fun, and I'm so glad they did it because I needed it, and they needed it too, and they loved it. Yes, they really loved it.
They most certainly do, and you know what? This is going to be a PULSEBEAT with Greg Dunmore scoop. Moody Man is known all over the world. One of the countries that loves him is the country that you had the #1 hit knocking Madonna off the chart. It's Italy, of course. So let us know a sneak preview of what you and Moody Man might be working on.
Well, we're going to do a remake of Never by Texas My Cowboy, and then he has another song that he has for me, and I have a song for him. We're just gonna be two Detroit people making some creating something amazing that you can stick your teeth into.
Did you feel the magic though? I was watching Moody Man, and I know that it kind of reminded me of when Michael Jackson connected with James Brown, and he said it was just a moment. And so when you're up there performing and you're looking at the audience, let us know what the audience is making you feel.
Oh my God, they knew the song and they were like singing the words and everything, and they were like jamming and saying, I love that song. It was amazing, y'all, because I didn't even know, because when it was big here, I wasn't even here. I was in somewhere out of the country, but I'm glad I'm here now in Detroit. Detroit is on fire, y'all. I'm telling you, I don't even want to tell nobody, because I don't need more people coming here, but y'all gonna come anyway because it's amazing, and you have the time of your life.
PulseBeat.
If you like what we're doing, please tell a friend, or if you want to see what we've done again, go to PulseBeatGlobal.com. That's PULSEBEATGLOBAL.com. You can also go to our PulseBeat TV YouTube channel and you can revisit what we're doing. And once again, you can tell everybody that we're doing something that is so exciting that they wouldn't want to miss it. Remember PulseBeatGlobal.com or the YouTube channel PulseBeat TV. Thanks for telling the world about it.
Want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call, because the best prices are not online. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner. Call today and get the best price on your next flight, guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
Mom, Dad, the AC's broken.
You've got a busy household on a tight budget, with a lot to do and no time for something to break. For many families, this would be a time to panic, but not this family. They're in the Home Safe Zone. Home Safe helps homeowners protect against expensive major home system and appliance repair costs, like your plumbing, heating, AC, and more. And for covered parts and appliances, if they can't repair it, Home Safe will help replace it.
Home Safe works for me. I know it'll work for you.
An AC repair can cost $2,500. Electrical repairs can cost up to $17 per square foot. And a fridge could cost over $1,000. That's money you could save on your next home repair by calling HomeSafe now.
Home system and appliance failures will happen. Make sure you don't get hit with those expensive bills and get your home in the Home Safe Zone by calling now.
To save money on expensive appliance or home system repairs, call HomeSafe before something breaks now and get a 30-day money-back guarantee and into the HomeSafe Zone. 800-284-0273.
PulseBeat.
We got house heads, techno, electronic music, just all the DJ. Now, if you just enjoy the music, make some noise. You tell me this is how we gonna do it. I need everybody. If you sit down, stand up. You ain't gotta come from under the tent, but I need everybody on their feet. Let's go.
House music head. Now, I know your heart and soul also is in the Detroit movement. What does this mean in terms of the global statement that movement makes, coming from a house head with deep roots in Detroit?
Well, just watching this event here, the Backyard Boogie Barbecue, right? Kenny Dixon, AKA, has elevated into the Moody Man, and what he means to Detroit just as much as the Belleville 3 or any other DJ from Detroit. This backyard has been full, and it's been a full storm for the past several hours off and on, and no one has left. That is a sense of belonging, a sense of culture, a sense of pride in what we have accomplished in giving the world like Motown music.
Now, as a former Michigan State Senator and somebody that certainly knows the political climate, in this age of conflict and global confusion, I see the world here. So what does this say in terms of diversity, equity, and inclusion?
Well, music appeals to everyone, no matter your religion, no matter your race, no matter your color, no matter your creed. Music is something that everyone can feel. They feel it in their system. It's in their DNA. It's cultural. It's almost faith-based, because everybody's faith may be different, but every faith, every religion, every culture has something that bonds them, and music crosses all those barriers.
So now what would you say when we talk about movement? And certainly this is a festival that is happening downtown and all the parties that are going on all around Detroit, but a Moody Man movement. How would you entitle that, a Moody Man movement?
A Moody Man movement is its own global entity. Right now we're in the backyard boogie, but on the opposite years, they do the soulscape, where people come from all over the world to just party here in Detroit with the Moody Man and roller skate and just feel with soul music and get some soul food and get some of that passion that Detroit has put into this man's spirit and given to the world. And you gotta be like Detroit.
I know, the last thing I gotta ask you, there is power in love, but there's also power in the vote. Now you gotta say something to the people watching that love music to know about the power in the vote. Let them know.
Well, music has been around throughout our civil rights movement, and it has inspired us to vote. Voting matters. As you can see, I don't have to say no names or talk about the country, but voting matters, and you can't be mad if you don't vote. So take this music, take this rhythm, and take your souls to the polls.
Fantastic.
No! You can't dance to it. Don't do it. If you can't dance and get through to it, then do it. Do it. You got to do your part. You got to do your part.
I'm just doing my thing. Hey, I'm just so happy y'all out here tonight. Went through the rain and shit for everybody, you know. And I want to thank everybody. You know, we still here, we still doing our thing, you know. What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? We on the west side of Detroit right now. And you know, you guys could have went anywhere and you came to say hello. That's just amazing. I love you. I truly do. I love you. I love you. I love you.
So tell me, Moody Man, I mean, when you have such respect for George Clinton and part of the George Clinton family, just tell us why that moment is something that can never be repeated.
Because Detroit has moments like that are priceless. That's what makes Detroit worth a lot more than money. You know, it's the feeling. Church is not in no building. Church is always, I walk with church. And my church is Detroit, Michigan.
There really is something magical about movement, and when the movement is centered around music called techno music, there's an energy that inspires good times. So I hope you enjoyed the good times that we've exposed you to in the city of Detroit, the capital of techno music. Until the next go round, may the international language of love, music, warm your hearts. Thanks for watching.
Well, we got ways to find out, though. It's a different day, a different time.
PULSEBEAT.